The future prosperity of Tennessee depends on our children. We know that children thrive when they have safe, stable, nurturing homes. But sometimes children's home lives are disrupted and community supports are needed to provide that stability. Hundreds of children across Tennessee have found nurturing and stable homes.
26 and a half years, he's still learning, I'm just saying.
Thanks to foster parents like Mark and Brenda Smith.
You cannot judge a book by its cover, and you cannot judge a child just because they're in the system.
The Smiths have fostered more than a dozen children over the last several years and adopted 2 sons. But Brenda admits the idea of fostering at first was not an easy one.
I'll be honest, I was nervous about the idea of a, foster kid coming into our home just off of, preconceived notions and what you think that looks like.
But after one of their biological children befriended a few foster kids in the neighborhood, the Smiths had a change of heart and say they were called to act.
How can you walk around in whether it's our country or any other country, see children who are mistreated, who are having to go without, having a really difficult time because no one's there for them, and say, that's just horrible, and walk away?
Gino DeSalvatore is the director of therapeutic foster care and adoption services at Centerstone.
There's something in them that just drives them to be with kids all the time.
Centerstone is just one of several providers across the state, all of which are vying for more families and parents like the Smiths.
We have to be very good in what we do in order to recruit families.
Finding families willing to take sibling groups and older children or teens is one of DeSalvatore's biggest challenges.
You have to think about what are you going to do to help overcome the obstacles or the barriers or the problems that these kids are facing.
Many adolescents in foster care struggle with behavioral or developmental issues, sometimes both. That's when making a connection can make all the difference.
Your ability to make a connection with another human being. The success of fostering, adopting, parenting is your ability to connect.
One of Smith's adopted sons, Christian, is a great example. When he arrived at the Smiths' home, he was struggling in academics.
Christian was, when he came to us, like I said, he was 11. He was in 6th grade. He was on a 1st grade and kindergarten level math and English.
Now, the 16-year-old has caught up with his academic peers and is excelling at music in school.
Bass clarinet.
His biological brother Joseph loves to spend his time producing music and plans to join the National Guard when he graduates high school this year. His younger brother Austin, the Smith's biological son, is on that same path.
I tell them go for it. If you dream it, if you really believe it, that you want to do it, go for it.
Go for it.
That support and encouragement has impacted every single member of this family, even as their numbers have dipped and swelled as foster children come and go.
It feels like a normal family. I can't even remember what my life was like before my brothers.
They hope their story inspires another family to consider fostering or adoption.
Everybody can do something, and everyone should do something.
If, like the Smiths, you're on the edge of making a decision that you know will change your life, Christian has this message.
Children or teenagers out there that are in foster care, they're lonely. And they would really need somebody to be in their lives that would actually help them. If you adopt them and show that you care about them, they'll feel happy and know that someone's there to love them. That's why.
For Kids Central TN and the Tennessee Commission on Children and Youth, I'm Jonquil Newland.